Hey guys, we got some good news today. So we got a tweet from Nintendo of America stating that, let's see right here, tune in 9/23, so September 23rd, that's tomorrow, at 3 p.m. Pacific time for a Nintendo Direct livestream featuring roughly 40 minutes of information focused mainly on Nintendo Switch games launching this winter. Oh my god, I am so excited for this. I know a lot of you have been waiting for more information on your favorite games. We got some release dates in E3 in February this year for games. I think this is the time to get more information on games. Wow, I'm just shocked that it came all of a sudden. I know, especially me, I was starting to lose hope that we would get a Nintendo Direct this month, as is the trend that we get a Direct in September. But it is the very end of the month, and they waited a while to give us one. But, better late than never. So now, before I'm going to start with my predictions, if you guys are excited for the video, please hit that like button, comment down below what you're excited for, and please subscribe for more gaming content. So without further ado, let's start with my predictions. Alright, so before I get to my main 5 predictions that I'm going to be doing for this video, I'm going to start with my prediction for the Smash Ultimate DLC character, the last fighter remaining, I believe, in the grouping that they have. Going to predict that the next Smash Ultimate DLC fighter will be Crash Bandicoot. I think this would be a great character. I feel like Nintendo, especially if it's the last fighter on their list, they should go with a bang, someone that's like everyone knows who the character is, a fun third-party character like Crash that is now you can play his games on the Nintendo Switch. So I think that would be a fun character to try, and I'm sure the different moves and all those would be really interesting to see how they would work with him. So now we're going to go into my 5 main predictions that I have for games coming up or have already been released, but we need more information or new content for. So let's start with number 1, something that's really near and dear to my heart, which is Animal Crossing. So of course, Animal Crossing New Horizons came out last year, 2020, and it was such a huge game, so much impact. Everyone was playing it, my friends, strangers, people I never even thought would ever play a video game before was playing Animal Crossing and got the Switch for it. And it baffles me how Nintendo has put so little care or attention to the game in this whole year. So I think this is the time that Nintendo really needs to bring back some life and some content to Animal Crossing New Horizons. So I'm really hoping for a blowout of information, of any kind of content, and I'm talking about a lot, and we need like big things. If it doesn't come now, my hope for the game is gonna really start to go downhill. So with those high expectations, I'm gonna just give some ideas of things that I would like, and I think that should be brought back to the game or implemented into the game hopefully tomorrow. So everyone knows the Roost and Brewster, who works at the Roost, so the coffee shop. This has been rumored. I know if you have been following the data mines for the game, it's been there since last year, so that would be a great addition to the game. Crazy things like island expansion, who knows if that was implemented, that could be a huge turning point and a huge draw for players to come back into the game. Another thing like that would be definitely return of cabin and like a mini game island, playing games with your friends online that are already created. I would personally love that. That's probably my biggest hope for the game, for new content. And then little things like seasonal items, new furniture, DIYs, reactions, some more of those. And then maybe this is some more of hopeful predictions would be like characters returning from previous games, like Katrina, who is the fortune teller panther, maybe like Gracie, the fashion giraffe. I really hope Gracie comes back, and if not now, then soon. And then of course, if you didn't know, from the Welcome Amiibo update for New Leaf, we had these special new villagers that were based off of other games like Zelda, Splatoon. So there were characters that were based off Epona, Medley, Ganon. Then for Splatoon, there was these two squirrels that were based off of Marie and Callie. Yeah, the two hosts from the first Splatoon game. So those characters to return would just be a fun, like, throwback. So now we're going to move on to my second big prediction, and that's more information for Mario Party Superstars. I'm so beyond excited for this game coming on October 29th of this year. So it's still very soon, and we did get that huge big blowout trailer at E3 this year. And I know it's basically a kind of collection game where it's basically like bringing back a bunch of different features and characters and boards from previous games all into one. So there's not too much that they could really explain or go into that's new. But I would like to see at least some new characters, because right now the roster is pretty slim. I'm really happy Birdo's back, of course, but we haven't even seen Daisy yet, and I know a lot of people are dying to figure out if she's going to be there, just a glimpse of her in a trailer. So that would be good to see. And maybe characters like Pauline, Diddy Kong, Dry Bones, some of these characters, new and old, would be fun to return. In addition to, we are still missing 2 boards that they said there'll be 5 in total. We have 3 so far announced, so that will be a fun little addition to the information that we know so far to be announced. Alright, so now on to my third big prediction for this next Nintendo Direct, and that's going to be about Splatoon 3. So Splatoon 3 was initially revealed at the February 2021 Direct, and since then there was no information that's been shared since E3 2021. So I think now is the time to bring back some attention to this series. And as the third installment is set to release sometime next year, as they said the time frame of 2022. I'm really hoping for a more concrete release date. That's going to be a trend, I think, for this video. We would like to know if it's going to be maybe in the holiday, as I predict, or maybe it could be sooner. I know in the first trailer that we got in February, we got a bit of a glimpse of the story mode. We got the main character, some interesting items, and the setting was very apocalyptic. So I'd like to see more about the story mode in the campaign. Maybe some multiplayer modes if we're getting some new fun gameplay modes there. And of course, we can't go wrong with some more different map variations and types of weapons. So in the gameplay for the first one, we got that bow and arrow that was super interesting. So I'm just hoping for more unique items that will really like diversify the gameplay and set it aside from the second game. Because I felt like Splatoon 2 wasn't distinct enough from the first. So I think for Splatoon 3 to really sell considerably better, or to really stand out, I wanted to really set itself apart from the second game and then also the first. So now let's go on to my fourth big prediction, and this is really a big one. I think this is probably what everybody's hoping for, everyone wants to know more about, which is the sequel to Breath of the Wild. So this was first shown at E3 2019 with a teaser trailer. Then the second information dump was on E3 2021 of this year, another small trailer with some hints to gameplay, mechanics, story, and it got a 2022 release date. So for my hope, we'd get more of a little blowout of content. We got little tidbits here and there so far, but I think now is the time, since we know that it's coming next year, to really, give us everything that we need to know. Not every little detail, but the big picture of what this game is and what sets it apart from the first game. So I think the main thing I need to know for this game, apart from like what it's about, is I want to know the subtitle of the game. So it's not going to be Breath of the Wild 2. I would hope not. I want to know what the title of the game is going to be. And another thing, I think everybody's also very curious, when is the release window? Since we know 2022 so far, but is it going to be first half, second half? Maybe they could even go more accurate with like, is it going to be summer? Will it be fall? Or will it be holiday season? My prediction, generally I would have thought it'd be March 2022. So the same time, the same window area from the first. So that was March 2017. but I'm not sure if March is a little too early to get that game released. I don't know if they're close enough to finishing or if they've already finished. So even though my heart wants to say March 2022, I think I would have to go closer to maybe September, maybe more the fall time. But time will tell. We'll see if tomorrow that gets released. So yeah, information, just some general questions that I'm really wanting to know if we get another trailer. I want to know about some things with the story. Are we going to get more characters, new characters? What's the map like? Will there be new mechanics? What is being brought back from the first game? And so things from the first game that I'm curious to see, story or just gameplay that will be brought back, or it'll be left or changed to something else. Example, shrines, guardians, divine beasts, the Sheikah, are they going to be returning? What about the dungeons? Are we getting the same kind of simpler dungeons, in quotations, compared to the general Zelda dungeons that are super intricate and long and difficult? The map size, is it going to be bigger than the first game, which would be quite a feat? Perhaps it'll be smaller, but since we're adding the sky portion, that could be what makes it about the same total size. I'm curious about the main antagonist. Is it going to be Ganon? Could it be a new antagonist? And then just some little hints from the trailer, from the second trailer. Zelda falling into that cave. Is Zelda dead in the trailer, in the game? Is this something where we're going to have to save her? And another question everyone's been wanting to know for so long, will Zelda finally be playable in a Zelda game? So I think that would be, any of these questions would be answered, that would be super great, and I'm sure people are definitely interested to know. All right, now we're on to my final prediction, and this is definitely my most wild, insane prediction, but I know some hardcore fans have been waiting patiently for a new sequel. And yep, if you know me, you know how much I love the series, and that is the Mario Strikers series. So we haven't had a Mario Strikers sequel since 2007. I know that's a long time. So the first game, Super Mario Strikers on the GameCube, was released in 2005, and its sequel, Mario Strikers Charged, for the Wii was released in 2007. So that's been 14 years since we got the new game, and in my opinion, that is a crime. It is a gem. Honestly, if you don't know much about the Mario Strikers games, it is so wacky, it's hilarious, it's fun. It's basically what Mario Sports embodies the most, which is the crazy mayhem and like just fun that you'll experience with it. But alongside that the general Mario Sports games has, the Mario Strikers series is even higher in my books due to its amount of personality and creativity. The Mushroom Kingdom residents have never had so much charisma and charm. Examples, Peach and Daisy are super fierce and sassy. Wario, Waluigi are at the peak of their hilarious mischievousness. And then characters like Bowser and DK are just out for blood. So now some quick hopes for a sequel if it happens to get released. I would like some more characters. The roster was not as expansive as I would have liked back then in 2007. So we could add some more captains like Pauline, King Boo, Rosalina, and maybe bump Birdo from a teammate to a captain. And then some more teammates that we could add to the roster. People like Goomba, Spike, Pianta, Wiggler, Kamek, and Blooper. Those are just some quick suggestions. And then obviously to set it apart from this, the past two games, some more unique items, some more crazy and interesting maps. And importantly, I think the modes. We need a more diversified modes. So there's a general like exhibition, tournament, practice modes, but we need the custom tournament mode, which was in the original Strikers on the GameCube. That was excluded from the second game in the Wii, and I thought it was so fun. You could just set up the tournament however you liked. You can do it local multiplayer. Choose the characters, how many games, if you want to play each other twice, what items are allowed to be used, and I love that customization option. And then another option I thought would be super interesting that I don't really think about much, but maybe like a minigame mode would be super fun. They could do like a shootout game, something with like trying to evade being hit by the teammates. So just different types of mini games involving the gameplay that is strikers. Similar to how the Mario baseball games, they have mini game modes revolving around the gameplay mechanics of the baseball game. So just something simple like that, even if it was like 4 or 5 mini games, I think that'd be super fun. Alright guys, so that is the end of my Nintendo Direct predictions for September 2021. I'm so excited for this Direct. I will be watching it live, and I am praying for all of my predictions to come true. Honestly, if even 1 or 2 come true, I'm gonna be, crying or freaking out or screaming, most likely both. Yep, so I'm really excited to get you guys reactions, and please let me know down in the comments how hyped you guys are for this Nintendo Direct. So thanks you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like, and comment. Have a great day, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.